Good morning, guys. You know what day it is. Motorhome Mondays. Right, let's crack on with the questions, shall we? So, first one I've had is, I've been looking at a T4 van conversion and I want to live in it 3 to 4 days a week. Are they realistically big enough? Personally, I would say not a chance. If you're just doing it to live away from work, just to do a few days here and there, then maybe if you've got facilities at work, shower, toilet and that, you get your head down. But I mean, unless it's got a pop top. I mean, I've got no experience with these. I've never had one. I've been in them at shows, but I've not stayed in one, slept in one or anything. But I would say no, because you can't stand up in them for a long period of time. I would say no, long term. If it was just for like the summer, getting away for a couple of weeks, something like that, then yeah, you know, doable, because you just want to go see the sights and see places. This is just that's just a bed to sleep in. But as in to live in 3 or 4 days a week, I think that'd get tiresome. That's just my personal opinion. So some people out there will probably live in them and travel the world in them. More power to them. I just couldn't. Next one. Now this is referring to last week's Motorhome Mondays, where I said a bit of an off number. My motorbike scooter is nowhere near 300 kilos. What bikes have you been looking at getting? Now, when I said, oh, they're like 300 kilos, that was just a flippant remark. I know they're not 300 kilos, but they are a big lump. I mean, I know you can get ones for about 90, 95 kilos, 100, 125 kilos, but that's a lump weight all in one for one item. I obviously know why, because they're an engine, they're a bike. But I don't think I'm going to get one. I think I will eventually go to the electric bike. So I think I'll get a bike and then I'll get an electric bike. I think that's be the way I'll go, unless I want to do something in the future and get one. I'm not sure, but I think I will just go electric bike. If your motorhome needed some repairs, which would take a few days, where would you stay? Now, I've answered this in a few videos before. I think when I've done my living costs video, which I'll link here or here now. I still get that wrong. And I talked about having an emergency fund. You know, I said at least a minimum of £1,000, so I could get work done quickly. I could stay in a hotel. I could rent a B&B. I could stay on a friend's sofa and rent a car. But I've also got garages that will let me. I've made friends in places and they know my situation, so they will do the work and let me stay on site, a few of them. That's not all, and that's few and far between. You've got to have a good relationship, obviously, but they are out there. If I had to stay away from a motorhome for a few days, then I'd have to try and book time off work and then stay in a hotel, be it B&B or friends or families, and then go from there. But the bottom line is, I know it's harsh to saying that, but cold hard cash is the key to them problems, because they will sort them problems faster and easier. So have some you don't need millions, but just start saving some slowly and surely, so when something does happen, not if, does, you're ready. Next question. I've always fancied van life, but I've got 2 kids and a company vehicle. Have you got any advice from me? I don't really know where to go with that one, to be fair, because that's a whole situation I am not familiar with. I haven't got any kids. I haven't got a company vehicle. If you don't want to live in a house, then you could try like maybe a static caravan or something. Try that way. That would reduce some costs. And you could go that way, get a bit away from a house. You could just go and do it, see how it works for 6 months. See, I don't know your whole situation. I don't know if the kids are going to be living with you. I don't know if you've got a partner or you're divorced or something. I don't know what how often you're going to have your kids, and if you have to have the car, if you can just use your vehicle or something. I don't know. I don't know your situation. So if you really want to do van life, just do it. Honestly, just do it. Figure out a way and just do it. Even if you do it for 6 months to a year, it fails, it bombs on its arse, at least you can say you tried, you had a go, you gave it your best, that was it. you don't want to look back and go, wish I had tried and not had tried. You know, that's the worst. Next question. Have you ever looked into VinChip, the VinChip system for your motorhome? I've seen a video that Bob's done, Bob Earnshaw. He's done a really good video on it, where he's done it on his last van. I think he's done it on this one, which I'll link to in the description below and up here. So yeah, I haven't done it, but I'm going to look into it because I've seen Bob's video. So head on over to that video and have a look. He knows his stuff, Bob. He does know his stuff with the old motorhomes. Next question. This is like a two-part question, really. Well, three-part, because... so the first one is, do you use bio-washing tablets in your toilet or the proper chemical stuff? And if you do, how do you find them? Now, I used to just use the proper chemical stuff. I didn't get the one from Thetford. I got an off-brand. Still the same. Still does the same. The blue stuff. You can get green. So I've got some of that in there, but John and Mandy, they've used the Biotabs and they told me about them, so I went and bought some of them. I buy them from Aldi or Asda and they're pretty cheap. You get like a box of 20 for a couple of quid. I chuck 2 of them in and it works fine, and it does like sud up, so when you are rinsing it out, it kind of like foams up and suds up, so it does like clean the cassette as well. And if you know, we are talking about what we're talking about here, if there is a smell, you can just chuck an extra tab in because they're so cheap. You know, you're getting loads of use out of all these tabs, because 20 tabs, if you're only chucking 2 in, you've got loads there. So yeah, I found them pretty well and they work pretty well, so I definitely recommend trying. There's loads of different flavours out there and smells, and so just find one that you like and then crack on. But yeah, they work fine. And the follow-up question to that is, where do you empty your toilet cassette? Now, this question, I must get this question about 5 times a week. Honest to God, I must get it 5 times a week. And people think there's a massive conspiracy that when people like van lifers don't really answer it. But it's because it's just normal, it's just obvious. You empty it at a location, like an Elson point, on a campsite or a marina, anywhere like that. Farms have got them, like little CLs, they've got them. Other, you know, proper campsites have got them. You've got public toilets, and if they're all not available and you really up a creek without a paddle, then you could lift a sewer grid and put it down an actual sewer. Now they're all options, but the easiest ones is down a toilet or down an Elson point. They're not. There's no conspiracy. It's just it's not the best of conversation, and you know, when you're talking to non-van lifers, they don't really like that. And if they come across a video and you're saying how to do this, how to do that, they just look at you strange. But yeah, a lot of people must think that there's a big conspiracy, because I get this question so many times. And on the point of toilets, John from John and Mandy on Tour done a massive video all about toilets. He done it with 2 special guests, so they all discussed their toilets. Again, we're talking about number 2s here. This is a great conversation. It's a great video, so I'm going to link it below and link it here. Fully recommend you go watch it if you've got any questions about toilets, and you know which toilets to use and how they use them and how they get on with them. So go and have a look at that, and that should answer any number 2 questions you have. Next one. What is the storage like on your motorhome, and do you wish you had more? I've got quite a lot of storage, to be fair, in my motorhome. I've got lots of cupboards. I've got under the sofas. Under the sofa partly is taken from batteries from my solar system. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of storage in there. I would say that the one bit of storage I would like more of is outside storage, but not the back box, like just a cupboard or something, a locker or a boot. That would be cool, but on the other hand, that would mean I would just fill it with more stuff. So it's catch-22 really, isn't it? You got more space, you fill it with stuff. You got less space, you can carry less, but you're more compact, shall we say. You're more minimal. So yeah, that's probably where I'm at. And the only outside stuff, the only things I would use to put in the outside lockers would be outside stuff like barbecues, chairs, pegs and things like that really. Right, next one. In your last video, you're around a smoky fire. How do you keep your motorhome from smelling of smoke for weeks after? Right, so a couple of tips for this. First and foremost is if there's a fire around the camp and you've got your motorhome there, close all the windows and the roof vents. It's just, you just got to, because you don't want smoke in the motorhome. It really will stay there for a while. So you want to, if you do get smoke in the motorhome, are you trying to put me off? If you do get smoke in the motorhome, then you can use a product like Febreze on all the upholstery. I've used that before, and then when you are away from smoke, air it out. Top tip with like smoky clothes, because if you're going to sit around a fire, you are going to get smoky clothes and a smoky hoodie. Now, the top tip with that, which I've told a load of van lifers and they've taken it on and they use the tip, is go get a massive dry bag. You can get them from Sports Direct, you can get them from Amazon. You get like a big, I think 50, 60, 70 litre dry bag. Get one of them, and then if you are going to a meet up and you know you're going to have campfires, pick a couple of sets of clothes that you're going to use and just use them for the weekend. Obviously different underwear and all that malarkey, but use the same sets of clothes. And then when you take them off of an evening, or when you're then back on the road and you haven't got to the laundry, put all the clothes in the dry bag, seal it up, and then throw it under the sofa or in a locker, wherever you're going to throw your washing, because then no smoke gets out. Completely sealed. The whole of your wardrobe, you can put it in the bottom of your wardrobe. Your wardrobe then stays nice and fresh. Everything's fine and hunky-dory and smelling sweet. But yeah, apart from that, not really much more you can do really if you're parked quite close to smoky fires. Just yeah, try and not let the smoke get in. And the last question, which this is a bit of a one. When are you going to start making other videos like you used to? Right, now I know I've made a lot of Motorhome Mondays, obviously every Monday. I've been working a lot lately, 50, 60, 70 hour weeks. So working, you know, 5-6 days, 6 days usually a week, and then 5 days next week. So not much time off, and there's not really many places to go because of lockdown. You know, no shocker there. So I haven't made loads of videos. Now I've done a lot of edits this week. I've been off work this week and done a lot of edits on the motorhome. As you can see, the awnings on the wall now, not on the floor. So that's one of the edits. I've done numerous other edits, which I'm going to do a video on. I'm going to put all that footage together and throw that out at you. But yeah, I've got more videos in the line, but it's just what with work and lockdown and people not liking van lifers right now, it really isn't a great time to be making videos, to be fair. So that's really why. I will get back to making some what I would call good videos, some great videos. I don't know, you lot like them quite a lot, so I'm appreciative of that. So yeah, I'm going to get back to making videos as soon as I can, and we'll crack on. But if you've got any videos that you want making, drop them in the comments below, because I'm always looking for other ideas and always, you know, like to keep a list of videos that need to be made. So if you've got ideas of videos that you want to see, or something you want to know, not only can you ask for Motorhome Mondays, but then also drop a comment below of future video ideas, and I'm more than happy to add them to the list and make them. All right, that is it for this week's Motorhome Mondays, guys. If you've got any questions for next week's video, or another video suggestion, drop them in the comments below. If you want to email me, send an email to Darren, DARRAN, @theurbanmotorhome.com, or send me a message on Instagram and I'll get back to you on there, and I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Bye.